Now, y'all, the FBI is looking for victims after they say this woman pulled off one of the most craziest romance scams they've ever seen. So, y'all, this is 43-year-old Aurora Phelps. So she's married to a man by the name of William, and from what William is saying, they had a relatively normal marriage. They met at an IHOP, they had been together for 14 years, and he's claiming that there was nothing strange going on in their marriage. But from what the FBI is saying, for years, Aurora was living a double life. So the first incident took place back in 2021. So she was on this dating app and she went by a girl by the name of Sissy. So Aurora's victims were men anywhere from the age of 60, 70, 80, and she would meet them on these websites. Now, one man that she met in 2021 around July, so he's saying that on their first date, they went out to eat. But he also said that on that date, she kept trying to get him to go to Mexico like on a vacation. But they end up not going on vacation. So they continue to talk for a few months, and around November, that's when he invites her over to his home. So they have food delivered, they have this little cute date, but this man is saying that at some point of the night, Aurora drugged him. Now, y'all, from what investigators are saying, she drugged this man for days, causing him to go into a coma. So he was unconscious at his own home for almost a week. She went, she got all his iPads, laptops, any devices that he had, she got into them, she got his financial information. And that's when she started withdrawing his money. So I'm guessing she leaves him there, and somebody had to have discovered him like that. And he did survive this incident. But he would be the only person to actually survive out of her victims. So just a month after this, she goes to Guadalajara. She meets another guy. And what's scary about this is the prosecutors and FBI won't actually say what happened to this guy. But they say that after she met him, he disappeared. So once again, she started using his debit cards, his financial information. But strangely, y'all, she was transferring money from these accounts over to her account and her husband William's account, which basically tied her to all of these victims. Now, she even took this man's BMW and had been driving it around like it was hers. So let's fast forward to 2022. She meets another man in Guadalajara. And this man's daughter is saying that she knew something was wrong when she was trying to contact her father and he wouldn't answer the phone. So she sent Mexican police over to his home. And when they went to his home, they sadly found him unalived. So that is now 2 people that we know are unalived and 1 person that she attempted to unalive. Now this next one is just absolutely sad. So she met another man on a dating app. Now this was around November of 22. This is in Las Vegas. So she lives in Las Vegas, but from what investigators are saying, she had a home in Guadalajara as well. So she meets this man in Las Vegas. Y'all, she drugs him to the point where he's inebriated and doesn't know what's going on. So she puts him in a wheelchair and she takes him across the border into Mexico. She then gets a hotel in Mexico City where she starts to use his cards. Now, this is what's so crazy about this one, because from what prosecutors are saying, she had her daughter with her when she did this crime. Now, they're not saying how old her daughter is, but prosecutors later find this man in a hotel unalived as well. So she was eventually arrested and she is in Mexico awaiting extradition back to the U.S., which she is trying to fight the extradition. She wants to stay in Mexico. But what I found strange about this is her husband has been doing interviews and he said he had no idea what was going on. Now, from what he's saying, he did take a polygraph test and he passed it. But he's saying that there was nothing strange going on to make him believe that his wife was living a double life. The only thing that was off to him was the fact that she would stay on her phone all night long. Other than that, he's saying that he didn't know anything. Which, y'all, let me say this. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. We're not accusing anyone of anything. But this woman was traveling from Las Vegas to Guadalajara, back and forth, back and forth. She was going on dates. She was staying gone for long periods of time. Not only that, she was transferring money from these dead people accounts over to his account and her account. So the fact that he's saying he knew nothing at all, y'all, I don't know about that. Now, I'm not going to accuse him of nothing because maybe he didn't know. But that just seems a little far-fetched, saying that you knew nothing. So the FBI believes that there are more victims out there. And they want you to come forward. If you know this woman, she goes by different names. If you've seen her on dating websites, contact the FBI and let them know what you know. Y'all, this is not just a romance scam. There are 3 people that were unalive during all of this going on. And from what I'm hearing, there may be another man that was involved and that was helping her. Because when I first heard this case, I said, it's no way she was doing this on her own. She had help from somewhere. but they haven't named another person yet. I just saw some information saying that there may be another person involved. Now, y'all, comment below and let me know your thoughts on this situation. How did she get away with living this double life for so long?